Hello, welcome back in discussing the worst anime dads. If you haven't seen part 1 already, watch that. Anyways, now to someone I
Hey,
can't
you
actually
agreed with me
defend.
once, so I'm good. Like,
I'm gonna agree.
actually twice, but yeah.
I'm actually gonna agree with you on this guy.
Wait,
that's
who's the
next.
first?
Grisha Yeager.
Okay, Grisha Yeager. Here's the thing. I'm not defending his parenting skills. I think he's like okay.
See, Grisha Yeager, when he was raising Zeke, he had that brown parent mentality.
He really
really had to force Zeke to study and all the alien culture and shit, and become like the Beast Titan and stuff. So he had that brown parent mentality. I don't blame him for that. I have brown parents as well.
I just think he has shit kids. Like, if we're being real, I don't think he's a good father, but at the same time, Zeke and Aaron are little shits from beginning
especially
to end.
Aaron's the fucking devil, bro.
Both of them just had their own versions of genocide plans that they're just like, okay, I'm gonna enact it. Zeke is just like, okay, I'm gonna euthanize my own people, and then Aaron's like, I'm gonna stop out every other people. Both of them manipulated everyone, especially Aaron when he has to manipulate his dad throughout history as well. And I'm just like, you're just a shit kid.
I'm telling you, the only reason Grisha was a better father to Aaron is because Aaron was in his ear the whole time. He was like, "Father, I do not like the pamper diapers. I would like the other type of diaper."
Honestly, I'm just dude. And I feel, here's the thing, unlike most of these fathers, Grisha actually learns from his experience of being a shit dad. Because he realizes that, he wasn't the greatest father to Zeke and he put too much pressure on him. And then he actually gives Aaron and Mikasa a good childhood, until the walls collapse. But, for the most part, he's actually doing his best. And then his kids are just fucking terrible.
And you remember
Justice for Grisha here. Fuck Aaron and fuck Zeke.
Fuck Zeke less, because
I still say fuck him because, he's actively supporting the side who he knows is just trying to screw him over. As a kid, he was manipulated by the old
He was manipulated by Kasaver. I think it's Kasaver's fault that, Zeke,
that absolutely is, and then
his parents go.
Yeah, and then he goes on to manipulate all of the next generation of Titan shifters. He's the one who manipulates Balco and Gabby and
Kasaver's also a father figure. Fuck Kasaver, bro. He's a horrible father figure. He started this shit.
Either way, justice for Grisha, fuck his
Justice
kids.
for Grisha, hashtag
fuck
justice
his
for
kids,
Grisha, hashtag fuck Aaron Yeager, fuck Zeke Yeager. Anyway, next dad, Endeavor.
Okay, I'm actually not gonna defend Endeavor here because
okay, so you're not gonna defend
I'm,
Dario, but you're gonna so you're gonna defend Dario and not defend
absolutely. Because here's the thing, when it comes to Endeavor, he's abusive towards his children, and
bro, Dario was also abusive. What do you mean?
Here's the thing. Dario was poor. Endeavor is the second greatest hero in Japan. This man already has status. He just can't help feel with his own fucking inferiority complex to the point where he's genetically engineering his kids to try and continue on, and then he literally drives one of them insane to become a mass murderer, has another one of his kids end up being scarred, puts his wife in an asylum, and has his other two kids permanently traumatized by his presence. You also have the fact that his whole atonement, quote unquote, is bullshit because he says, oh, I realize the sins of my past, and to atone for this, I will continue to do my hero work. Bitch, that was your job!
Okay, yeah, that was his job.
You're not doing anything to continue on, being a good father or a good person. You're I'm trying to talk to my kids. Yeah, they don't want to fucking talk to you, and they shouldn't.
Endeavor was on that Kennedy timing, bro. Really lobotomizing his wife. Jesus. He took a page from the Kennedys.
Oh my god.
That's literally the equivalent of the Kennedys in that universe, if you think about it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and also, how bad of a father do you have to be? Your son literally fakes his own death and then becomes, a manipulative mass murderer. Jesus. Yeah. And now, next father, we have Akechi's dad from Persona 5. Now, major spoiler for Persona 5, but Akechi's dad is actually Shido. So, it's revealed that Shido is actually Akechi's dad, and Akechi's mom, I think, was I don't know if she was a prostitute or something like that. But basically, really, he's a horrible dad because he doesn't even know Akechi's his son. He's working with Akechi, the whole time. And, Akechi betrays the team because he wants to kill his dad. That's literally why he betrays the team. Damn. He's on Shido's side, and this whole time, Shido's like, who the fuck are you? You're just some random kid. And then Akechi's like, my dad.
Okay, I have a question. Is he made aware of the fact that he has a son at any point? Does he know he has a kid?
He doesn't know.
Okay, so this is less his fault and more the fault of no one telling him that he has a fucking child.
Yeah, but it was his fault for abandoning him.
How do you abandon someone if you don't know they exist?
I don't think Shido was a good father, but all he really did is abandon. I mean, honestly, compared to everyone else on the list, he's not that bad as a father because he wasn't even aware he was a father.
Yeah, okay,
in the
like
first
he
place.
didn't know he was a dad. That's like the main difference.
So, anyways, moving on, go to Kenny Ackerman, who's a father figure. He's like Levi's uncle.
He's not the. Here's the thing. Kenny Ackerman is not a stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up. Let's be real here. He's the one. You all think Levi is such a badass and how amazing he is. Where did he get that?
He made him a badass.
Exactly.
Literally.
From Kenny Ackerman. Another one bites the dust. Exactly. You've come to my side immediately here.
See, I get
Levi is awesome because of Kenny.
Levi's awesome because of Kenny. But also, he abandoned Levi as well.
Hey, when Levi had to kill him, he felt bad for doing it. Think about it. So he did care about Kenny.
But he didn't even tell Levi that he was his uncle in the first place.
I did.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I don't remember this. Either way, he didn't need to because his bond was much stronger than that. It was the bond of badassery. How do you think, like, this man is able to, like, effortlessly, like, just, like, slice through titans the way he does? The man is a human Beyblade. Why? Because of Kenny motherfucking Ackerman.
Okay, he may be badass, but you can't just, like, he didn't nurture Levi or, like, give him, like, love and shit. Instead, just made him, like, a mean street criminal.
I mean, you could kind of
argue it is badass.
You could kind of argue that the entire Ackerman line kind of falls into place with this, because if you kind of see the personalities of, like, all the different Ackermans, very similar in terms of, like, them all being, like, very stoic and just detached from others, except for, like, a few specific people that they will, like, devote themselves to. That's more of just a plot device. The full devotion thing is more of just a plot device. But for the most part, they are, like, very stoic in general.
I mean, yeah, objectively, he's not a good father, though, because, like, why would...
He doesn't have to be the best. He just stepped up when push came to shove. He wasn't the stepdad. He was the dad that stepped up.
But, you know, he's not a good dad. You know what? I want to go back to Dario Brando. You know what?
I'm not going back to Dario Brando. No, move on.
I want to make a point here. Dario Brando was not only a horrible father in one timeline, he was a horrible father in the other timeline. In part 7, in Steel Ball Run, like, it's revealed that Dario, he literally threw away his son into the river because he said, quote, "We can't afford to have him."
Hey, he was teaching him how to swim. It's the sink or swim method.
What the heck?
Have you never been thrown into the pool to, like, teach you how to swim?
He threw his son into the river. So he threw his son in the river, and then his wife went after his son, and he was like, "You know what? I don't need you either." So he literally just he literally did peace out. He abandoned his wife and his son because he's like, "You know what? Less money problems for me." You know.
Hey man, it was the sink or swim method. If he could swim back to wherever his dad was, then he deserved to be there. If not, he's gonna be a mama's boy forever. And in Steel Ball Run, let's be real, he is kind of a mama's boy.
He is a mama's boy.
See, his dad was trying to teach him independence, and his mom couldn't let go. Terrible mother.
What? Don't you stop! I'm not gonna take Diego's mother slander on this channel right here. Take that back.
No.
Diego's mother is the best mother of all time. Like,
listen, we stand Dario Brando here.
No, we do not. Just shut up. Look, I get that Dario Brando in both universe was on that grind set mindset, you know, on that, like, Andrew Tate podcast type of shit. But, like, fuck Dario.
Next. Yujiro Hanma, right?
Yujiro Hanma.
Here's the thing. I don't know enough about Baki the Grappler, like, to make a full decision on this. But at the same time, I do know just, like, random things that Yujiro just does. You know, because of the absurdity of it all.
Yujiro Hanma is so funny, bro. I love it. And
I'm just like, here's the thing. I know, like, some of the stuff he does to Baki.
I know that Yujiro killed Baki's mom, and then it was like, "Baki, fight me." Like, literally, Baki's birth was only because he wanted someone to fight.
Yeah, so he's giving his son a goal in life.
But also he has another son, Jack Hanma. He's a horrible fucking father too. First of all, he raped his Jack Hanma's mother, and that's how he had Jack Hanma, and abandoned Jack. And then Jack's, like, whole motivation is to fight and beat Yujiro, but Yujiro just, like, throws him aside.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a shit about.
Yeah, he's giving his kids
Jack.
goals. What's so wrong about that?
What is up?
I actually do know this about Baki the Grappler. He actually does end up having a relationship with his father.
Yeah, but his father's literally a bad person.
Like, yeah, he's a bad person. I'm not saying that, but he actually does make an effort to be a dad after the fact.
I guess, yeah, you're true. You are true in that.
See, you should admit that he's a good father.
He's not the best father.
Yeah, but he's not a terrible one.
You know, yeah. And also, we
he
have
said
to
yes.
appreciate that this man just literally walked in on Baki and his girlfriend having sex. He's like, carry on, Baki, carry on. Just do it.
And he's just making sure his son knows what to do. He's making sure he's safe during sex. Listen, I will admit, questionable helicopter parenting at very questionable times. But at the same time, he's just looking out for his son.
Yeah, and before we wrap this up, I always noticed that, like, in all these, like, horrible father videos, Goku was always in it. Like, how do you feel about that?
Okay, yeah, Goku is a shit dad. Piccolo is the father to his son. Piccolo is Gohan's father. Vegeta is a better father than Goku. Gohan is a better father than Goku. Goku does not know the concept of parenting. He literally gets married because he thinks marriage is a food, and then he's just like, fuck it, I'll go through with this. Man is never canonically, this man has never kissed his wife. Also, he literally dies every time he learns he has a new kid. His second son, Goten, doesn't know anything about his dad.
He was
realistically.
Maybe it's kind of similar to Jing.
Jing was like, Jing at least wanted Gon at one point. Goku was kind of just like, ooh, I could make this guy super strong to fight as well. And then it's kind of just like, I'm bored now. I want to keep fighting on my own.
Also, I don't think Jotaro is a bad father. I mean, it's literally the typical divorced dad type of scenario.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with this.
Anyways,
yeah.
But in your opinion, who is the most horrible father of the people, of the fathers that we talked about?
Okay, of all of the ones that we talked about, I think it has to be... It would either be Shao Tucker or Endeavor, because they're the only fathers that I didn't defend on this list. But I'll say...
And you defended Dario Brando.
Exactly, we stand Dario here.
No, we do not stand Dario.
We do. Okay, so, like, here's the thing. We kind of just glossed over, like, Shao Tucker, because it's just, like, turned his daughter into a dog. But in terms of an argument, I actually gave an argument for Endeavor, so I feel like I have to say Endeavor.
Yeah.
Because he kind of just...
Endeavor's worse than Shao Tucker, in your opinion?
No, I feel like
but he hasn't, he hasn't actively tried to kill one of his kids, though. Compared to all the other fathers.
I mean, he turned one of them into a mass murderer, so here's the thing. I feel like all the bodies on Davi's hands are on Endeavor's hands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing. I think Shao Tucker's a terrible dad, but, like, Endeavor just has more of a body count via his son.
Yeah.
So I feel like I kind of have to say Endeavor in that instance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, who do you think is the worst dad here?
I'm not gonna say Dario Brando, because he actually wasn't that bad compared to...
I got you!
Like, you know, I'm gonna take it in terms in how much they wanted, like, in how they actually actively tried to kill their son or, like, daughter. And out of the list, the people that try to kill their son or daughter...
I think I can't really take that, I can't use that as a criteria, because I think my very first defense of the fathers was just like, oh, they're trying to kill their kid to keep them safe from this world.
Bro, what is that?
Who was Trish's dad again?
Diablo,
yeah. That was literally the...
Diablo doesn't give a shit about his daughter! What are you talking about?
He's trying to protect her from this world by taking her out of it. That's literally the first defense I used for this guy.
No, he wants to take out his daughter because he wants to cover up his tracks. It's like covering up your Reddit history. So you want to delete your Reddit history. Diablo or Yujiro is probably the worst fathers on this list. I'm gonna stick with Diablo. I'm gonna stick with Diablo.
And send this to your dad.
Yes.
With no context.
And once again, fuck Dario Brando!
Once again, we stand Dario Brando.
No!